On this episode of Dino Times, we're talking about the truly iconic, the masterful, the wonderful Rexy, aka the Tyrannosaurus from the original Jurassic Park movie. This is a little video dedicated to Jurassic June, the celebration of all things Jurassic fandom with the Jurassic Park franchise, as well as dinosaurs and paleo. So if you're a dinosaur or Jurassic fan, this is our month to shine. And if it's past Jurassic June, well, there's a little bit of fun history. I'm your guys' host, dakotamorgan, coming from Phoenix, Arizona, and let's dive into Rexy. Rexy is, of course, an iconic dinosaur, and one that started her history kind of actually really cool and really cute. Lived on Isla Sorna for about 1 year, with 6 other T-Rexes being on the island. Until she was shipped to Isla Nublar in 1989 to be a part of the original park. Supposed to actually share the exhibit, but the park failed beforehand. It should be known we're also talking about the film history of Rexy. Nothing, not including the comics or extended lore and shit like that as well. We're talking about the film history. And this is a nod towards the book that actually she shared her exhibit with a younger juvenile Rex who did cause a lot of issues in the book to the main group of survivors. But, going on more, the park did fall before they actually could ship over another Tyrannosaurus with her. She broke free and took control over the island very soon because after the raptors died, the only other carnivores were Dilophosaurus to deal with, so she basically had free reign of the island. And though when she did take down the raptors, she was scarred heavily, and be sure to remember that she was scarred heavily after that, because it comes up later on in the video. Now, after ruling the island for a few years, and had feasted on lysine-enriched herbivores, which kept her alive, actually she did hunt goats because the goat herd was abandoned and just multiplied and just kept breeding and such. So she hunted actually a goat herd that was on the island due to them being abandoned because everyone left the park. And so the food just kind of went off and lived on its own. Her health actually started to decline though after a couple years, after no human caretakers, after her growing up with human caretakers, her health was starting to decline with their lack of. By the way, I would kill for that job. And then actually even had ragged tooth due to a tooth getting dislodged and dislocated from the gum line into the gum line and caused an infection after a herbivore got away from her. And in 2002, she was captured by the Vic Hoskins, who we see in Jurassic World, and his crew for the ability to build Jurassic World. So once they went to Isla Nublar, they had to take down the biggest predator, captured her, put her in a temporary exhibit while they could work on and rebuild the park. And she was put in after that in the TRex Kingdom, where she lived for 10 years. Before then, that relatively peaceful time where she did lose weight, she became not as muscular, and it was noticeable because in Jurassic World, the T-Rex we do see is Rexy from the original park, which is why she has those scars. But due to her sickness and also being in captivity for a long time, she wasn't able to build up that muscle again until we see her in Fallen Kingdom. Not to that point, though. She was in the park for over 10 years, about 13 to be exact, until the park fell, of course. But she had tough competition, though, on the island because there was numerous new theropods to deal with between Blue the Raptor and other theropods, plus the Mosasaurs, the Pteranodons, Dimorphodons. She had lots of competition for this old gal. She was not alone on the island anymore, and not the sole carnivores. And she had to fight for survival, which is why she got muscly in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. And in that movie, though, her history continues because we all seen it. She was trained, put on the ship, transferred to Lockwood Manor, where all the events happened in Fallen Kingdom, and all the dinosaurs were released onto the mainland. And she actually currently lives in Northern California, where that's the last time we've seen her until she broke into a zoo and roared at a lion, which, of course, we know what would happen. The lion's probably dead. But, continuing on, that's the last time we've ever seen Rexy in the franchise. What's going to be happening to her? We've been seeing some merchandise tied into T-Rex survival and T-Rex watchers and stuff like that. So we know people are probably keeping an eye on this old historic dinosaur. And she's just roaming around Northern Cali with a bunch of others as well. Thanks everyone for tuning into this episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the little bit of history about Rexy, the dinosaur we know and love from Jurassic Park. And now Jurassic World. Because not too many people know that T-Rex in Jurassic World is the same one from the first movie. And of course, guys, thank you for tuning into this episode. And the true winner is Rexy still. I still think if they didn't help her, she would have won that battle with Indominus. But that's just me. And moving on, You guys all rock, folks. Make sure you guys subscribe for more on Dino Times for science videos, Jurassic-themed videos, toy unboxings, video games, podcasts, all the jazz like that. And leave a like in the video, too. Helps us out greatly. Thanks, everyone. And as always, remember, folks, science is real.